In 1970, after a long stint in the Peace Corps and traveling back through many, many countries, I arrived back and I moved in with my parents for a short time in New Jersey, got a teaching job, but of course wanted to find my way into New York City to go to gay bars. And I did. And I ended up on the East Side. I didn't really know New York that well, but it was a wonderful time because it was a time when gay bars were on every corner, it seemed. There was slow dancing, which was very sexy and very romantic, and you really got to kind of know the person before you even went home with them, which was really wonderful. And I remember talking to someone, and he asked me where I lived, and I said New Jersey. And he said, well, why do you come all the way to the East Side? Why don't you go to Greenwich Village? It's all gay. Wow, when I heard that, some places all gay. And I'd heard about Greenwich Village, but you know, I'd been away for so many years and a lot happened. Stonewall and everything. So Greenwich Village was one of the gay meccas of the world, especially in the United States. I guess it was Greenwich Village and San Francisco. So I decided, okay, heck with the East Side, I'm gonna start finding bars in Greenwich Village. And of course I found my way to Christopher Street. And I met a wonderful African-American guy who worked for Eastern Airlines, and he lived on Perry Street, and his name was George. And he was a wonderful, handsome, smart, incredible human being. And we dated for about 6 months before we decided to move in together. So we looked and we looked, and we finally found a fantastic apartment on Grove Street. Now, you can imagine, I'm calling my mother and father in Florida, telling them, not in fact that I'm gay, but that I'm moving in with a man, a black, and a Catholic. Now, I joke because my mother, being Protestant, I was raised Protestant, had 3 reasons to jump off the balcony. The man, the black, the Catholic. Probably the Catholic part was the worst. But she got over it. Months later, she did actually come in with my father and to meet George and to see the apartment. Of course, I think she cried when she saw the outside of the building. To her, it looked like the slums, when it was really one of the nicest streets in all of Greenwich Village. But when you live in Florida, when you live in the suburbs, that's the perspective you have. And it was funny because we made a particular effort to take my mother down the most beautiful streets in Greenwich Village to go for lunch. And as we're going, everything was perfect. She was getting along they liked George. She was getting along with my father. We were walking down beautiful streets. We had a lovely lunch in a beautiful little restaurant. We're very careful, again, coming back to not pass any thing that would upset her. We turn a corner abruptly and we come across a homeless man that was urinating. We scared him. He turned around and peed on my mother's shoe. Well, so that was pretty much the last time she ever came to New York. But getting back to Greenwich Village, you know, I didn't know what it would be like, really myself, moving in with a man, a black, a Catholic, to Greenwich Village. I didn't know what we would expect. And from the moment we arrived, no one cared about your race, your religion, your sexuality. It's like, tell me about yourself right now. Not what you did last year. They don't care that I was in the Peace Corps or where I went to college. What are you about right now? What are you doing now? And for me, that's the way Greenwich Village has always been. I felt like I had really found heaven. It was a place we could walk hand in hand. Being an interracial couple, being a gay couple, we went to gay-owned restaurants, gay bars. I really had found nirvana. And to this day, Greenwich Village represents that to me.